What's good, y'all, and welcome to my review for this week's episode of My Hero Academia Season 6. And oh my god, bro, this is the peakest of fiction, bro. Like, this is not another easy top 10 episodes of the series, man. Another top 10 ultimate. This isn't my favorite episode. I would definitely say I like the last two episodes a bit more, but this episode was a masterpiece in its own right, man. And I'm gonna be for real with y'all. I actually cried. Y'all have seen the reaction, but I actually did cry during this episode, man. Like, and yes, it was during Uraraka's speech, because of course it was, bro. She is best girl. So yeah, I cried. I legitimately cried. I did not think I was. I've mentioned this countless times that you guys know. It's next to impossible to make me cry in movies and TV shows. Next to impossible. More times than not. But today, man, bro, was the day where I did indeed shed some tears, bro. Oh my god, bro. And I am curious to know if this will happen again once we get to the dub episode, because obviously this episode's gonna get the double reaction for the dub cast, man. And you guys know how much of the dub cast. And I do wonder if, because I have a way deeper connection and I guess attachment to the dub cast, man, I do wonder if I'm gonna cry again when the dub gets to this episode, man. Or there I will be stone faced. We'll have to wait and see on that, man, if I actually tear up again when the dub cast gets here, man. Amazing voice acting, man. And actually, a fun fact, actually, Izu Ocha's speech was actually trending on Twitter earlier today when I was right before I started recording for the reaction, man. So that was pretty funny. And actually, there was actually also a note or like a message dropped by Uraraka's Japanese VA herself, dropped on the Uraraka official Twitter account that she was. It's in Japanese. I didn't see if there was a translation of it yet, at least when I record the video. If I find a tweet of it, or whatever, when I go and edit this video, I'll go put it up here for you guys. But yeah, she also dropped a little message for this episode, man. I have no idea what she says because I don't speak Japanese, but yeah, that was pretty cool to see as well, man. Anyway, guys, let's jump right into the actual episode. So we start the episode off basically with once again with a recap of what Principal Nezu said to the class, like, bring him back, and we got our security system, with one little extra shot of Izuku kind of like in front of like the destruction of the city, which looked really fucking cool. As he says, bring him back with your own hands. And that shot of Izuku, man, just looking over the city, man, looked absolutely amazing. I love that shot. So then we're back with Principal Nezu and everybody, as once again, and Ida asks him about Yue Bear's true worth, and of course said that we need evidence to bring Izuku back, because of course to relieve the citizens and other people that are there that Yue's shelter is safe for them, even though Izuku and he's like has a giant target on his back because of All for One and Shigaraki. And so then Principal Nezu that's true. We're not just based on emotion. Miradori is even a valuable contributor to the hero's side. It's risky to protect him anything less than a state-of-the-art facility. And he mentioned that, of course, that EUA is able to buy the country's latest defenses and technology at wholesale, and it boasts a defense at the same level of Tartarus. And then, of course, you got Momo be like, but Shigaraki easily broke into Tartarus. Just thought that was funny. And so he kind of continues on, and he mentions, of course, that he was paying attention to making sure he paid attention to Shigaraki as a threat. So he said he reinforced the barrier and added his own personal modifications to it, where basically we find out that Yue can now move. Basically, Yue, and I feel like this really shows you that Horikoshi is an Eva fan, because I think I might mention this in my review of the first real episode of this arc when Izuku and Muscular faced it off. That apparently that line about him having 4,000 muscular muscles overlapping each other, whatever the fuck that line was ripped right out of a line from Ava. It might have been one of the rebuild movies, I'm not entirely sure, but it was a reference to it. It was something referencing. This is literally just the city from Ava. I forget what it's called, Nerve City or whatever, where you guys know in Ava the city can move around all over the place. Buildings can disappear, can go underground, then reappear, and all that other shit. That's basically what UA has become. It is based off a grid where they can move around as they please and have these underground tunnels in case shit goes down, where they can go to all these different locations, including Shiketsu, which I love. They even play the recap or a flashback back to season 3 when Bakugo said Shiketsu in the west, Yue in the east, if I remember correctly, and when you had Inuyasha be like, I am Sunny. Loving Yasuo. I hope with all this talk about Shiketsu recently, I do hope that this does mean we are going to see Cammy and Yasa pretty soon, because you guys know how much I love Cammy and Yasa, especially Cammy. So it'd be good to see him again. And judging from some stuff from the manga I've seen recently, it seems like they will be making a return. It seems like they are coming back. But we'll have to wait and see on that, man. Hopefully they do, man. I love Inuyasha Cam, and I would love to see them some more. And then you have Principal Nezu saying that he like paid for this himself, or at least paid for a good chunk of this himself. And then you have Kaminari where he has like yen signs all over his eyes, his like mouth, his like teeth have like yen signs in them, and like yen sign, I guess blood is coming out of his nose. Saying that must have been a few hundred million, which, yeah, and we find that basically that Principal Nezu is loaded, and from Endeavor mentioning how he has a lot of sway and that he is very well respected. The man's got connections and he's filthy rich. That's basically what I think they're mean when they were talking about how he was able to pay for all this. The man's filthy rich and he has connections. And then this was another line that I thought was really cool from Principal Nezu. He says, "Lack of understanding and tolerance. They both occur when people who can't take that extra step to get closer to others act or move and crowd together." Which I really like that line because it felt like a very Charles Xavier type line. I don't know if anyone else got that vibe from this, where they felt like this is something that Charles Xavier would say in like an X-Men comic or something. But I don't know. I like that line. It kind of felt a little X-Men-y to me, like a little Charles Xavier. Principal Neville's going to his inner Charles Xavier. I don't know. I like the line. I like X-Men. So anyway, we then cut back. We get a nice close-up on Uraraka before we fade out back to Uraraka currently with Izuku behind her. And the memes for this have been pretty funny, where like people have been like putting up like he asked for no pickles, or like extra for a girlfriend, intro for her boyfriend. There's some cute memes. I like the memes, man. They're pretty funny. Anyway, and one other thing I forgot to mention, I love the song that was playing during the opening part of the episode with Principal Nezu and Class A. Love that song, man. I mentioned this countless times, but the OST in this episode, or the series rather, the season I should say, has been amazing. So anyway, back to Uraraka. Of course, you got the crowd people like, don't let him in there. He has one for all those that make him a Nezu, blah blah, or not Nezu, make him a Nemu, excuse me. So, you got that. Then we actually get some shots that we find out that Koda is there as well, watching on, as well as Inko. And of course, Inko, she's trying to reach her son, but you have Baku's mom stopping him because obviously it's dangerous. That poor woman will probably get trampled or something, man. And, God, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, let's imagine Inko did, if she managed to broke free of Baku's mom's grip, or she didn't manage to get her in time, and anybody laid a hand on her, bro, I guarantee Izuku will flip out, man, and start wrecking motherfuckers, bro. I guarantee you, bro, because you don't fuck with a man's mom like that, man. But anyway, we also get some other panning shots where we actually find out that actually Monoma is actually caring for Eri, and is which I thought was pretty cool to see that he's the one taking care of Eri. While I guess Aizawa was in the hospital, man. I thought that was pretty cool, man. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of funny, especially when you consider the first interaction of season 5 where she called him a villain. That's pretty cool to see that Monoma is taking care of Eri. That's awesome, man. So we get a shot of 13's phone where she mentions about how some people thought understood her thinking, but the unease is speculation leads to unease, and we couldn't erase all of that. So then Best Genius comes in there, tries to lower the tension there, try to ease everyone's concerns about how this is the safest place right now. We're thinking of your first. Our plan was to use Izuku as bait to fight the villains, but we couldn't cast a wide enough net search, and we have little to show for it. While Izuku is a target for a villain, he is also one of our most valuable assets. To wear him down any more than this could be fatal. It's true this isn't the best solution. It's just the next best thing we can do. And as we see this, we actually get a shot of Hawks, Endeavor, and Todoroki, who, given what we see of them later on the episode, I'm assuming they're right outside the gate, and for some reason Endeavor's in a trench coat and fedora he's a fucking 40s PI, like in some noir movie. Don't know exactly. I mean, I'm assuming he's probably just trying to, be in disguise so people don't recognize him, and, because him and Hawks are the number 1 and number 2 heroes, are very popular, that could, ruffle some figures, that could just send the crowd in phrase. That's assuming why Endeavor is wearing this disguise, man. Todoroki's probably with him as well. Anyway, so Best Genius continues on saying, we wish for him to rest in the safest of places. We need him in order so that he's ready to fight any time. We need him to stay as healthy and strong as possible. And it seems and it looks like people might be starting to, understand this, might starting to come around to this. But then you have one guy. What are you saying? And also the music here, man, phenomenal. What are you saying? And I gotta say, the directing in this part of the episode, man, and the storyboarding in general in this episode, man, was phenomenal. But like the directing in this episode was really well done, man. I love how this scene second turned out. So then the guy continues on saying, in the first place, right here, Japan became a lawless country, and now you messed up again. So you're trying to shift the blame on us. Is that what you're saying? And I just love the close up on his face as we just like see all these shadows over his face, and he's like really close on the camera. It looks me. It's pretty funny because I literally just finished watching Turning Red like last night, and I love how in that movie there's a lot of like close ups on May's face whenever like shit starts to get crazy, man. And they actually start to kind of do that in this episode, man. I thought that was a funny little coincidence, man. Anyway. So then the rest of the mob start to go, and they're like, yeah, you call yourselves here, and then we get this amazing close rush in close up on Izuku's face, man, and just like I love the lighting of this all where just Izuku's face, and then you just have like his like the lighting on his face and like the little bits of shadow, man, and then we see the rest of the crowd looking like freaking demons, man, red backgrounds, blue eyes, man. It looks amazing. Saying like, give me a break, it's no good. We just want to sleep peacefully at night, and then President Mike's like, this is not good. This ain't working, man. This whole scene, man, was shot and directed. And then, of course, we also see Inko, man, who is just crying, man, as she's listening to all this, her son getting berated, man. Ugh, heartbreaking, man, heartbreaking. So then, this is when Uraraka realizes what's going on. She says, the unease is spreading, grabs the megaphone from President Mike, rushes all the way to, like, I guess the H UN. I don't know. Does this building have an official name? I don't know. Whatever. She jumps to the top of that building, and we get to her speech. And right before, man, but I gotta say first off, the music here, man, for her speech, man, phenomenal, man. But one thing I thought was interesting before we go into the actual speech right quickly, she actually says Izuku Midoriya, which I'm pretty sure this is the first time she's actually called Izuku instead of calling him Deku, man. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, she says Izuku had a special power, and we're saying, and one of the guys in the crowd says, and we're saying that a guy like that shouldn't come here, even if just because he wants to rest. Uraraka tells, and also we also see a shot that we found that Uraraka's parents are also in the crowd as well. So yeah, so they're there too. Anyway, she says no, he left this place because he didn't want to cause anyone trouble. We're the ones who brought him back. And this is when her speech truly begins. I already mentioned before, man. Oh my god, the music here, man. Amazing, bro. Like I mentioned at the start of the video, man, I was legit crying a little bit during this scene, man. She says his power is special. It's a power meant to defeat all for one. He left, but do you know what he looks like now? We get this panning shot of Izuku, obviously in his outfit all tattered, and he's like like beaten to shit and everything, man. He's the one who most wants to do something about the situation, and is walking down a path where he could be attacked at time. Will you please look at him? Once again, we see Inko again, and she's bawling her eyes out, man. I feel bad for Inko, man. This gotta be breaking her heart, man. Even if someone has special powers. And then we also see the woman that Izuku saved, which, by the way, apparently not even in the manga does she have a name yet. Even in the manga where it is currently, that she still doesn't have a name. She does not have an official name yet. Kind of crazy. I'm like, Horikoshi, bro, can you get on that, bro? I need to know I want to know her name is, bro. Like, why are you, like, is this gonna lead to some massive revelation in the manga? So, like, why has Horikoshi not given her a name yet, bro? It's actually pretty crazy, man. Anyway, she says, it's the boy who saved me. Then Bakugo shows in that there's a system in place to protect these guys, but they're still uneasy. We'll clean up the mess as you can. And I love Bakugo's expression here, man. I love his face here. And then we get to Pretzel Nezo as he says, taking that extra step is a hard path. I think that once someone is able to take that extra step, it'll bring forth the one who will become the greatest hero and even surpass All Might. We then get a flashback to Uraraka when she was a little child, man, and oh my god, bro. I think I might have mentioned this in my review for the last episode, when I was talking about the next episode preview, but like, oh my god, when Uraraka is like jumping all around the giant smiley face, oh my god, bro, it's the cutest fucking thing ever. Oh my god, I'm going to die from how fucking cute she is, bro. Oh my god, bro, she's so fucking cute. Anyway, continuing on, she says, I like seeing people's happy faces. My parents always looked like they were tired, and that pained me. The first time I saw someone doing hero work, my eyes went to the faces of those around me. I like seeing everyone's happy faces. And then we hear some of the chatter from the crowd saying he looks like a mess, he looks weak. And then Fox Girl, I'm gonna just call her Fox Girl till we get an official name of her, bro. Like, and apparently she is canonically indeed like a Fox Girl. So yeah, we'll go with that. So he was fighting. Even after saving me, even after he saved me, he kept fighting. And then once again, you have this fucking dumbass motherfucker, the guy in the All Might shirt that Uraraka was previously arguing with. He's like, we looked at him, so what? Don't tell me you want us all to get beat up like that too. You want us to get covered in mud too. I'm like, bro, how are you this fucking stupid? Like, bro, how can you listen to what Uraraka said and think that means, oh, she means she wants us to get beat up and covered in mud too? I'm like, bro, how are you this fucking stupid? Like, literally, how are you this fucking stupid? Like, the retardation is insane, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, oh my god, bro. Like, bro, how are you this fucking stupid? Anyway, I'm surprised Uraraka didn't just call him a fucking idiot. Like, at this point, man, she had every right to. But anyway, she says, all the heroes will get covered in mud. Just give us some time to wash off that mud and dirt. And then Ida says to Izuku, Midoriya, right now, Uraraka's fighting for the sake of everyone's smiles, including yours. Izuku starts tearing up, and then we get the money shot of Uraraka. Oh my god. Like, I have seen, like, colored fan art of this panel. I've seen the panel and stuff. Oh my god, bro. It is probably one of the best Uraraka shots in the entire series. Like, she looks so fucking beautiful here, man. It's insane, bro. Y'all know I love Uraraka, man, but, like, that shot, man. That shot is amazing, bro. So Uraraka continues on singing, and I think I might mention it earlier, but I gotta say it again, bro. Her voice, the voice from her Japanese VA, man, is fucking amazing, man. Incredible, man. Like, I cannot wait till we get to the dub cast with this C, man. It's gonna be amazing. Anyway, she says, can I reassure you all right now? Sorry, I can't, because we're also uneasy, because we're neighbors just like you. Watching him desperately trying to save people this whole time made me think, when a hero is suffering, heroes are suffering, the ones who will protect them are surely. So then we're back with the Uraraka flashback, and then Uraraka's dad's like, hey, Uraraka, the hero's over there. And then we see the hero, L-Boy, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but ain't that the guy that Toga, like, impersonated, like, at the start of the war arc, man? Because the costume looks, or maybe, no, I think it might be the guy that twice stabbed, if I remember correctly. But I think that was him. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's him. I might be wrong on that one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's him. So everyone's like, yeah, thanks, Eel-Boy, Eel-Boy, Eel-Boy. Everyone's chanting his name. Then we get another fucking cute as fuck a shot of Uraraka, bro. She's so fucking cute, I'm gonna die, bro. The ones who will protect them are surely, so please lend him your strength so that we can smile together in the future. With all your power, please will you let him rest beside you. And then we see Iko, bro. This poor woman, man. This poor woman. She has gone through the ringer tonight, bro. She's once again bawling her eyes up, bro. Like, this poor woman, like I hope her and Izuku have, like, get a minute to talk to each other sometime in the next episode right after all this happens, bro. Which I'm pretty sure they do, because we do see her, like, with Izuku around the end of the episode. But, like, bro, like, this poor woman, man. Iko's been through far too much shit in these last few episodes, bro. Like, my god, bro. This poor woman. Anyway, she continues on saying Izuku Midoriya is trying to take on that burden of his power. He is just a normal high schooler. But please, let this place continue to be his hero academia as we get some flashbacks to Izuku and Uraraka's first meeting, man. And I also love that I'm pretty sure this is the same song too. They played the same song when All Might told Izuku that he could be a hero at the start of the series. I'm pretty sure they played the same song here, man, which, if it is the same track and it's on a different track and I'm misremembering, but if it is, perfect, man. Perfect work, man. So Izuku is, of course, bawling his eyes out too. And then we actually see, I'm pretty sure the guy that asked Izuku if he wanted to be a hero from the very first episode of Uraraka, and he kind of like starts to, and we kind of see him in the background, man. I'm pretty sure that is him. I might be wrong on that one, so if I am, correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, Principal Netsu then says, just one more step for those who can take that extra step to get closer to others. And then we see Kota rushing over to Izuku. And I have mentioned this countless times, but it bears repeating again. Black and white is a lost art because, first of all, black and white looks amazing in its own, but whenever you get black and white, and maybe I'm biased because red's my favorite color, but I think it also looks the best. But whenever you get black and white, and then the only other primary color that's visible is red, it's orgasmic, bro. This makes me come, bro. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm a film student, like I said, you know, red is my favorite color, bro, but whenever I see black and white, and red is the only primary color, bro, I legit come, bro. I legit come. It always looks so fucking good. Where we see Kota rushing over towards Izuku, and the only thing that's colored is his shoes, man. His shoes red, it looks amazing, bro. Oh, so then we get another flashback to Koda when he actually got his shoes, and he said he wanted the red shoes because, of course, of Izuku. And then Izuku says, "This is the story of how I became the greatest hero, and the story of how everyone became the greatest heroes." And then we get the money shot finally, where Koda's rushing towards Izuku with the Fox Girl, man. It looks amazing, the anime, man. Looks so good, man. I also thought it was a nice little touch for the commercial cards for Uraraka's one. They don't have any music or anything to do on. It's only when Todoroki shows up when they do the boing sound effect. I thought that was a nice touch, man. I thought that was a nice touch. So then Mineta tries rushing towards Izuku, but Ida stops him, saying that it shouldn't be us right now. Right, Uraraka? Once again, I gotta say, the key animation this episode was on point, man. Like, Uraraka looked amazing in every shot she was in, man. So then we're back with the Koda stuff, but this time we actually get to see an anime. And I love this like angle we get where it's like where we see him like when we get close up with his feet as he's running towards Izuku, man. Love that shot, man. Like I said, the storyboard in this episode was amazing. So then he like rushes over to Izuku, saying Deku, and like crying his eyes out, saying, "Sorry, I was too scared to move. Sorry. That girl was trying so hard to talk, and I thought I had to go. I thought I had to be like you. That's why I came. So don't cry anymore. It's okay." And then the Fox Girl actually picks him up, puts him back on his feet, and asks her if he's a student at UA, and mentions that apparently a lot of shelters turned her away because they couldn't let heteromorphs, if I'm pronouncing that right, in. But in the end, UA said it was okay, but I'm lucky because that meant I could see you again. I swear to God, bro, this episode, man. And she hugs him, saying that, "Thank you for what you did back there, Crybear Hero." Like, no, listen, hey, bro, Horikoshi, bro. Let's not start stepping on Tokyo Revenge's toes here, man. That's Takamichi's thing with the Crybaby Hero, bro. Come on now. It's a song of the fucking OP of Season 1, bro. Come on now. Let's not start ripping off Tokyo Revengers, bro. Let's not comment on them. They're like, listen, bro, let's not do that, man. I know people were bitching about the ending. I don't know. I'm an anime only for Tokyo Revengers, but I love Tokyo Revengers, so come on, bro. Yeah, we don't even copying their flow like that, bro. Come on now. Anyway, before blaming him hysterically, can we listen to what he has to say? It's not like the kids plan to stay here permanently. I mean, this is a school, so who knows? I don't know. Whatever, we'll see. I guess we'll find out next week in season 7, I guess. Anyway, so this is the only place you can rest up without worrying too much, right? That's what you're trying to explain, right? And as we see, what you heroes are trying to explain, right? Principal Nestor says yes. And then one guy, Brit's like, "Hey, can't he just go to Shiketsu? The facilities are the same, right?" And then like the woman next to mentioned, like, they would just be the same problem. And he's like, "Oh yeah, right." Now this scene I thought was really well designed, and apparently this was like an anime original scene that wasn't in the manga. But I loved how this was like storyboard, directed, and everything. Phenomenal work. So he says, sees episode 1 guy says, "You know, I didn't realize things until things ended up like this. I felt like I was in the audience and heroes were the performers on the stage. We then see like a theater stage, and All Might is on the stage itself. A spotlight comes on and shows off All Might. One day, an extraordinary hero named All Might showed us what heroes were like. Everyone wanted to be him. Everyone applauded him. And then the spotlight goes out. And then, before we knew it, we had forgotten the soul behind the man. But the stage has been taken away. With failure upon failure, there's no hope for money or fame anymore. Many of those who were called heroes have resigned. In the midst of all that, what are those who are left fighting for? If we reject even those who are fighting now, then what will be left of us? How will we be able to live as we did before? I know it's tough, but think about this calmly. How long are we going to stay audience members?" And so then the All Might idiot mentions that there was rumors about a kid, and we see like a shot of his phone, that there were rumors of a young man in rags taking out villains, and then some said he was a true hero. And then we see Izuku still crying, and he asked him this: "If you rest here, will things go back to the way they were?" Izuku says that they will, because everyone's here with me. We'll get it all back. And then we see Ectoplasm going back to the outside of the barrier, asking Endeavor, Hawks, and Todoroki if they saw Uravity's speech. They said yes. He said, "You guys should try coming in. It's fine, for now at least." And Endeavor says, "In the end, we just made Deku suffer. With no progress, we just may have taken the roundabout way." Hawks mentioned that there was progress, and One for All is a crystallization of power spun together by people's hearts. All Might is connected to Izuku. Class A is connected to Izuku. Uraraka is connected everyone to Izuku. And I also love, we get the shot of Izuku in the back with the background like a bluish color. First of all, I love the sound effect they use. It's like other people start to like fade in to like help Izuku. Like you have the All Might idiot actually giving him an umbrella. Then of course we see Inko, and then we see Koda and Mineta right behind him, and other people start to come in there. I love the sound effect they do as these different people appear in the back in the right around the section. Really to the sound effect they were playing right here. It sounded really cool, man. I liked it. Anyway, Hawks continues on saying, if they're able to think about everyone for just a little bit more, then that will bring about a bright future where everyone can help but smile, and heroes have nothing but free time on their hands. And we actually see that Ida is actually grabbing Izuku's hand, I guess leading him back into the building, man. Poor Inko, man. This poor woman's been through so much in these last couple episodes. And it looks like I think Baku's like running guard or something, like making sure he's like ahead of him, make sure no one gets too close or something. I can't really tell what Baku's doing. I think it actually caught in our mind just like hit him in the back of the head or something. Can't really tell from the shot. But anyway, more people start to come in there, and then Todoroki says that we're in this together to endeavor. Then we get a really clean-looking shot of Dabi that looked really nice, man. And then we see that Principal Ned is calling Aizawa, and he asks him how his leg is doing. We're receiving he has a prosthetic leg, which, first of all, it does look cool. I like the design of it. But secondly, why does he have a prosthetic leg? Can't he just have Eri like rewind his leg back? Now, Grant, this could just be a placeholder there, and then, or maybe I don't know, or maybe this is just straight up censorship or something. Where in the manga he didn't have a leg, but Bones had to give him a leg because of censorship reasons. I don't know. It's like, but I did find it a little bizarre that he has a prosthetic leg when Eri exists, and we've seen her be able to regrow limbs. Granted, it was on a lizard, but given the fact that she can do that, she can give Mirio back his quirk. I'm assuming that she can also have him regrow his leg. I don't know. Maybe, like I said, this could just be a placeholder, and then maybe when he gets back to UA, he'll have Eri give him back his old leg, or maybe he's going to stick with a prosthetic leg for the rest of the series. I don't know. Just thought that was a little bizarre that they have a prosthetic leg now, considering, Eri could fix him up real quick. Anyway, he then mentioned, we actually find out that Kodogiri has actually, since that episode season 5, has since been moved over to the Central Hospital as they begin trying to research him, trying to bring him back to his original self, and how President mentions how he hasn't had much progress with him, and he's been talking to him as many times as he could. And then he asked him about the countermeasures for Toga, and they said they have deduced the amount of blood she needs to ingest her transformation the amount of blood she needs to ingest, and her transformation time limit. Evacuates enter UA after being isolated for a certain period of time. And then we get to Ectoplasm asking All Might what he's gonna do, and All Might says he's gonna go check on the hero-hating groups that still refuse to evacuate. And I gotta say, I love the sound of his Lambo, man. The rev of that car, man. Ugh. I'm not even a car guy, man, but oh my god, that car sounds so nice, bro. Oh, music to my ears, man. I don't know if they got that from like a legit Lambo or something, man, but whoever was in charge of getting the sound effect for All Might's Lambo, give that man a raise, man. That sounded beautiful, man. So then we end the episode up with All Might driving off, with Stain watching on in the background, bro. Oh, and I love that shot of him. We get that close-up with the shot of him with his eye, man, at the end of the episode, man. Oh, amazing, man. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where the episode ends. In the next episode, it looks like we are going to be having a rematch of sorts, maybe between All Might, or I don't even know if I would say rematch. They haven't even fought yet, but we will be getting a meeting between Stain and All Might. I do wonder if this means that they're either going to bring Stain into the evacuation center. Maybe Stain's going to be working as a vigilante from now on. I'm very curious to know what Horikoshi's planning to do with Stain now. So we'll have to wait and see on that, man. But next week, the final episode, man, that one's going to be a banger once again. And once again, we are back to normal because Izuku says, go beyond plus ultra again in the next episode preview. So, all is good now. But, yeah, man, this episode was fucking incredible, man. Top 10 favorite easily, man. Uraraka's Japanese VA absolutely killed it, man. Can't wait for the dubcast to get here, man. And, yeah, amazing directing, amazing storyboarding, god-tier art animation, or, guys, you could say god-tier art, where the key animation in this episode was on a different level, man. It looked amazing, man, especially for Uraraka. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to this video off. Hope overall we give this episode a 10 out of fucking 10 to the shock of absolutely nobody, man. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on my social if you feel like it. Links down below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time. You